Tonight on Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale on YouTube channel of the legendary Alex Cardinale, I will be discussing some of the YouTubers who have been banned by YouTube. Some of these YouTubers were very famous and some even made money from their videos. I will discuss the 8 YouTubers who lost their channels and the reasons they were banned from YouTube. Some were accused of being pedophiles and trying to connect with underage children, some were abusive to kids, and some broke YouTube rules. Let's find out about the 8 YouTubers who were banned from YouTube and banned from ever uploading any videos to YouTube. Now here is your host Alex Cardinale.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a special episode of Keeping It Real with me, Alex Cardinale. Welcome to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Today's topic, YouTube. I'm going to take a trip down the YouTube termination channel or the YouTube termination road. We're going to look at 8 popular YouTubers that have been banned from YouTube, and we're going to find out why they were banned from YouTube. 8 of these YouTubers were really popular. One was a Philadelphia Eagles fan. He was a diehard Eagles fan. He was a maniac over the Eagles, and he went crazy on his videos. But something happened that killed this Eagles fan. So most of the YouTubers that we're going to talk about today are not on YouTube anymore. Some are on different platforms, and one of them is completely innocent, but because his channel focuses on controversial topics, he got terminated by accident, but his channel got restored. So before we get started, YouTube is home to millions and millions of videos. YouTube is also home to million YouTube channels. There are cooking videos, there are tropical fish keeping videos, pet videos, politic videos, vlogs, sports, you name it, there's a YouTube channel about it. Now, with there's so many YouTube channels out there, there are guaranteed to be some bad YouTubers out there. You might have a couple criminals that have YouTube channels. You might have some sex offenders that have YouTube channels. And then you have people that break the rules, not knowingly, but they break the rules and they get terminated on YouTube. So since I love YouTube so much, I figured this would be a fun topic and a fun episode of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. So feel free to share your thoughts on these banned YouTubers in the comments, and feel free to be a part of the show. So I did some research before I came on air tonight, so I'm going to be prepared to talk about these channels. So let's go ahead and get started. The first YouTuber that got banned is known as David's Farm. David's Farm is the first banned YouTuber we are going to talk about. And let's take a look at David's Farm's YouTube channel. This is a picture of David from David's Farm that I found on Google. Very creepy looking guy, and this guy is certainly a creep. He was convicted of sexual offenses. That's right, you heard me right. He was convicted of sexual offenses. So he is a level 3 sex offender, and he's on YouTube. Very, very creepy. If that doesn't scare you, in 2015, he was convicted of having child porn, child pornography. Very, very creepy. That's the lowest of the low. If anyone has to possess child porn, you have to be a despicable, disgusting human being. Now, David's Farm was also diagnosed as a pedophile. Now, I have a knack for spotting out pedophiles, and I can tell when someone is interested in young children, but not in an appropriate way. So I watched some of his videos that I found on other platforms, and I could tell right away that something was off about David's Farm, the way he talked about his love of kids. And it turns out he is a sex offender. He had child porn and he was a pedophile. Very, very creepy. And to think that he was on YouTube, that thought is even more disgusting because children could watch his videos and maybe get in contact with him if they like what they see. And who knows what could have happened. So he was banned by YouTube because he violated community guidelines. Now, they never specified what community guidelines he violated, but I'm sure a lot of people reported him for child endangerment when they found out that he was convicted of child porn and he was diagnosed of pedophilia and he was convicted of sexual offenses. I'm sure people that didn't like his channel went to YouTube and complained about it, and that may be one of the reasons why he got banned from YouTube. Very, very scary thought when you think about it. Luckily for me, I have never watched a David's Farm video. I've never subscribed to his channel. I didn't even know about this guy until I decided to do this show. And I went to see some of his videos on other platforms, and frankly, not interested in them. I don't like supporting sick individuals. All right, let's move along to our next YouTuber. Now, the next YouTuber that was banned from YouTube was a very popular YouTuber. A lot of people are going to know this YouTuber. A lot of people like this YouTuber. I personally, I've heard of him, but I've never seen any of his videos. So I can't talk about how good of a YouTuber he is because I haven't seen any of his videos. However, I do know about him. Now, the next channel we're going to talk about is Keemstar. Now, Keemstar essentially is a drama channel. Keemstar would look for fights that were happening in the YouTube community, any drama that was going on in the YouTube community between channels, viewers, uploaders, etc. He would create videos about it and it would go viral. So if you were featured on Keemstar, chances are you would be viral. Your channel would get a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That could be a good thing. And personally speaking, I have seen some of Keemstar's videos before I went live tonight, and I think this guy is a genuine good human being. I think he is a decent person. I just think some of the things that he did went against YouTube guidelines, and as a result, he got terminated. I don't think he was out there to harm anybody or to rip people off, but YouTube didn't see it the way that I see it. I don't see YouTube channels as businesses. I see them as people trying to have fun, and that's what I think Keemstar was doing. So let's learn why Keemstar ended up getting banned by YouTube. So obviously, Keemstar is a huge YouTube channel. He has thousands upon thousands upon thousands of subscribers, and I'm sure he is monetized. So he was part of the YouTube partnership, which means he can charge people to join a membership on his YouTube channel. So that's what he did. He charged $50 for people to join, and somewhere in doing that, he did something wrong. Um, I think it was he was charging them $50 to watch videos or something, but in that, YouTube caught on and he got banned. I think it was something to do with a third party. He was working with other people and they were charging $50 for people to join. And I guess that's against YouTube policy. Nothing major. He didn't commit any crimes or anything like that. YouTube just thought that if he's going to be working with a third party, that maybe he shouldn't be charging people to watch his videos. So YouTube terminated him for that very reason. Fortunately for Keemstar, though, he was able to fight his termination, and he now has a new account on YouTube, and his reputation was not ruined at all. I'm pretty sure that his new YouTube channel has pretty much the same amount of viewers and subscribers, and people still follow him and watch his videos on YouTube. So, really good YouTube channel there. And one of the few YouTubers that I'm going to talk about today that I actually feel sorry that he had to go through a termination because he seems like a general, overall good person. All right, the next YouTube channel that I'm going to talk about is another infamous one. This is a very popular, infamous YouTuber, popular probably with teenagers and the younger crowd. I personally have never seen this person's videos. I've heard of him, so that's about as much as I know about him. I just heard about him, but I've never subscribed to his channels or watched any of his videos. As a matter of fact, many of the channels we're going to talk about today, I have never seen any of their videos except for the final YouTube channel we're going to talk about. I've seen plenty of his channels, and I've seen plenty of his videos, and I wish I can go back and unwatch those videos after I found out what he had done. Anyway, the next YouTuber we're going to talk about is known as Shane Dawson, a really popular YouTuber. He is an idol to so many teenagers and the young crowd, but unfortunately, he let his opinions, his controversial opinions, take over his YouTube account, his political views, and then end up costing him in the long run. So I'm going to go over some of the research that I found out about Shane Dawson. Now, Dawson has been criticized for his racial comedy, particularly his use of blackface in several past skits, his use of the word nigga in multiple videos, and his jokes about ghetto pranks at VidCon in 2012. In September 2014, YouTuber Francesca Ramsey and other bloggers criticized Dawson for his past actions. He later apologized for the jokes in the video, stating that he viewed the controversy as a learning experience. In 2018, Shane Dawson was the subject of a controversy regarding comments he had made about pedophilia on a 2013 episode of his podcast, Shane and Friends, in which he published an apology video likening his comedic style at the time to that of shock jocks. The same comments were also the subject of a March 2019 controversy. coupled with controversial regarding comments he had made on a 2015 episode of the same podcast about engaging in sexual activity with his cat. And that is downright disgusting if you ask me. Now, on June 26, 2020, Dawson responded to criticism of his racial comedy by posting a 20-minute video titled Taking Accountability, addressing renewed criticism for his use of blackface, the word nigga, and other offensive comments he had made since launching his YouTube channel. Although he had apologized publicly before, Dawson claimed he had only recently realized how those apologies suck, stating, "I don't know who that person is anymore," and further remarking how he should have been punished for things and to finally just own up to all this and be accountable is worth losing everything to me. Dawson also apologized to James Charles, whom he had described as egocentric and power hungry just a week before. Now, James Charles is another YouTuber who got in hot water because he also was accused of pedophilia. And we'll talk about James Charles on the next episode of Banned YouTubers. Dawson concluded his apology video by vowing to better his actions, but said he understands if people do not want to accept his apology or no longer support him. He also claimed that he dealt with the pain from his childhood by making inappropriate jokes. "It is something that I did for shock value or because I thought it was funny. It's all gross, and I promise that is not real. That is not me," Shane Dawson would later go on to say. Hours after his apology was posted, musician Jaden Smith accused Dawson of sexualizing his sister, Willow Smith, expressing how he was disgusted after an old video resurfaced of Dawson pretending to touch himself in a sexual manner while looking at a poster of the then 11-year-old Willow Smith. Jaden and Willow's mother, Jada Pinkett Smith, also responded, tweeting to Shane Dawson, "I'm done with the excuses." In June 2020, Target announced that it was in the process of removing Dawson's two published books, I Hate My Selfie and It Gets Worse, from its shelves. On June 30th, 2020, YouTube indefinitely suspended monetization on all three of Dawson's channels. So, talk about the rise and fall of a popular YouTuber. I mean, you've got books at Target, but then you let it all go to waste because you run your mouth on stupid things. So, that is Shane Dawson. He is no longer on YouTube, I believe, but he is on other platforms. So Jeffrey Edwards in the house. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Jeff says Shane is awesome. I have watched him from the start of his channel. Yeah, Shane is a very popular YouTuber. I haven't seen any of his videos. I know a lot of people make mistakes, but from what I hear, he's not well liked in the YouTube community. But you never know. He could be a good person. But I'm just reporting what he had done on today's show. And Jeff says, people are so stupid. I hear people joking about worse shit than he did and get no hate. Yes, that is very true. So I do agree with where you're coming from. Sometimes YouTubers will say a certain thing and people will twist and turn it around to make that person look like a very bad individual. I have dealt with that, and I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers are going to deal with that. It doesn't matter how big or how small you are on YouTube. Someone is going to take what you say, twist and turn it, and make you out to be a bad person. And 9 times out of 10, the YouTubers are usually very good people, and they're not evil individuals like some of the other YouTubers we're going to talk about on today's episode. So I'm not downing him or anything. I'm just reporting what I learned about him. But I'm sure he has a really good YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure there are people out there, my haters, that twist my words and make me out to be a villain when I'm actually not. And Jeff says he still gets like 3 million views of video. That's awesome. I'm glad he gets a lot of uh, views. But I'm impartial because I don't know his YouTube channel and I haven't watched it, so I can't really say anything. All right, moving along, we're going to go on to our fourth YouTube channel. And this YouTube channel is known as Toy Freaks. It was a YouTube channel that was about toys. And this is a picture of the YouTube channel Toy Freaks. So let me give you some information on Toy Freaks. Toy Freaks had 8 million subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers. And they had some creepy videos. I watched some of their videos and it was very creepy. It looked like he was abusing the children in the videos and mistreating them. So in the videos, he would do pranks with the children and make them do all sorts of stupid stuff. And it turned out he was profiting from the mistreatment of children. He was getting paid for all the pranks and all the abuse he put children through on his Toy Freaks YouTube channel. Very, very sad that someone could abuse kids like that. So eventually YouTube caught on, and when YouTube found out that he was actually profiting when he was mistreating his children, they immediately banned his YouTube channel, and Toy Freaks was banned for violating terms of service. But more importantly, I think it's more important to say he was banned for profiting mistreatment of children and children endangerment because some of the pranks he did could have caused harm to a child. So again, I don't know much about Toy Freaks. I had to go on Google and look for some of their past videos because they're no longer on YouTube. But from what I did see, there were some very sick pranks that did and could harm children and endanger children. So that's why he was banned from YouTube. I'm pretty sure it was more than just one person, but I'll say he for the purpose of this video. Jeff says, awesome live. Have to get back to work, buddy. Thank you, man, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can always watch the replay to learn about the other YouTubers who got terminated as I continue the show. So thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So the next YouTube channel that I'm going to talk about is known as Stranger Than Fiction News. This one had 5.69 thousand subscribers, and to me, that is a lot of subscribers because I think I only have like 16,000, so to have 5.69 thousand, that's a lot to me. Anyway, Strangers in Fiction News created videos that spread inaccurate information. And we all know what happens when people post inaccurate information online. It will reach other social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, etc. And people will start to believe that as true and they will spread it. And then people will start to buy into it and believe it. And it could create mass panic. It could create all sorts of things that we really don't need. So YouTube found out that a lot of the stuff that was trending on social media was coming from this channel, Strangers in Fiction News, and they immediately turned off their YouTube channel. They were banned. And then later on, they would eventually be kicked off of Facebook as well. So that must be a real proud career accomplishment, a real proud social media accomplishment. Not only getting banned from the largest video website out there, but possibly the largest social media website in Facebook. So that really must be something we must strive for, right? I don't know. I don't know what the purpose would be of creating videos and spreading inaccurate information would be. I guess views, because the more people panic, the more people would tune in. So that's why he was banned from YouTube. Okay, so the next YouTuber we're going to talk about is actually a good YouTuber. Unfortunately, he was banned because he talked about controversial topics. I believe he's actually um, a social studies teacher. Before we talk about him, I have to agree with Jeff's joke. Jeffrey says William T on the next episode of Banned YouTubers. Another pedophile, William T. Just kidding. That was a good one. I'm glad you brought that up. I needed a laugh today. That was a great one, Jeff. All right. So the next YouTuber we're going to talk about is a man by the name of Scott Allsap. Now, Scott is actually a social studies teacher or a history teacher, whatever you want to call it. Social studies and history are basically the same thing, I think. So he created a YouTube channel to talk about history, and he's very passionate about history, and that's what I respect about this man. So I actually subscribed to him after I found out what had happened. And I've watched some of his videos, and he does a great job talking about some of the history out there. Now, he talks about the American Civil War, the Revolutionary War from America, and other important aspects in American history. Now, in his Civil War videos, he does refer to black people as the N word because it's a very important part of American history. In my opinion, you cannot omit that because that is how people were addressing them back in the day. He did forewarn, he did give warning in the video intro that there would be some language like that. But YouTube thought he was doing hate speech, so YouTube terminated his channel, and he had to go through a couple of battles to get his channel restored, but eventually he did. His channel got restored, and he's back on YouTube, thriving and doing great, and I like his YouTube channel. So if you are a big history buff and you like history, check out his YouTube channel, Scott Allsap. It's much more edited now, and I don't blame him. I would edit out some of the controversial historic stuff because I wouldn't want to risk my channel getting terminated again. But it was not his fault. He was just doing what he thought people needed to know about American history. It wasn't just the N word; it was how they were treated and things like that too. So from a YouTuber, you can understand how YouTube thought that that was hate speech or a method of hate, but it really wasn't. It was just part of history. And I'm glad that his YouTube channel has been restored because it's a very informal and good YouTube channel. All right, so moving along. Our next YouTube channel is known as Family of Five. Family of Five. This is another YouTube channel that was banned for mistreatment of children and child endangerment. Now, Family of Five did prank videos that upsetted children. Whatever videos they did, it really pissed off children. It made children cry. It made children not want to be part of their channel anymore. And people caught on to that. And they went and reported the abuse that was on this YouTube channel to YouTube. And YouTube ended up terminating their YouTube channel. I guess they would do humiliating pranks to them. I have not watched any of the videos. I don't care to watch any of the videos because I don't want to see children get humiliated on YouTube. I'm not that kind of a person. So I'm glad that people spoke up and got this YouTube channel terminated. The reason YouTube gives for their termination is mistreatment of children and child endangerment. Now, if you think it ends there, no, it does not. The YouTuber family of five, they lost custody of their personal children. Yes, that's right. They no longer have custody of their kids. The social services got wind of their YouTube videos. They checked them out. They saw abuse and they decided, you know what? They're not fit to be parents and they're not fit to have custody of their kids. So they lost their kids because of their YouTube channel and their pranks and their abuse. So if you're going to be a parent and you want to do pranks on your children, make sure they're not abusive because you could be the next family of five. So who would like to be the next family of five? Anybody? Not me. Definitely not me. All right. So the next YouTuber we're going to talk about is someone that was also banned from all of social media, not just YouTube. You may know who I'm going to talk about, and you may hate this individual because of things he said. Now, he shares my name, he shares my first name. Alex, and he ruins Alex because Alex is generally a great name. When people think of Alex, they think of legendary Alex or Alex the Great, but not this guy. This Alex is an asshole, and his name is Alex Jones. So, Alex Jones was banned for glorifying violence. He thought it was okay for violence to happen as long as it was for a good reason. So, in other words, if a vote didn't go his way, violence was the answer. The White House on January 6, 2021, he was glorifying that violence because Donald Trump did not win the election. Now, I'll be the very first to admit I am a Donald Trump supporter and a Donald Trump fan. However, I, as an American, cannot condone the actions of January 6, 2021. I cannot believe that this man, Alex Jones, literally went on a live YouTube video and talked about how he thought January 6th was going to revolutionize America. That is just sick. Some of the older generation, people like Alex Jones, they have sick, twisted minds. And that's all I'm going to say about that. He also has been known to hate on transgender people, LGBTQ people, and many others. And you cannot go on a platform like YouTube and do that. It's okay to hate them in your personal life, but don't go on YouTube and start talking about how you hate them and things like that, because then you're just asking for a ban. So Alex Jones was not only banned from YouTube, but he was banned from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and I'm pretty sure other social media sites. So very, very stupid old bastard Alex Jones is. All right, it's time for the main event of this episode of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. So let me ask you a simple math question. Does anyone know what 4 plus 4 plus 5 is? What is 4 plus 4 plus 5? The answer is 13. And what does 13 stand for in this case? Well, 13 stands for the age that this YouTuber likes his women, or shall I say, girls. This YouTuber likes his girls 13 years old. Very, very sick. Now, what is 300 plus 300? 600. He is a 600-pound YouTuber and he wants a 13-year-old girl. That is absolutely disgusting. So, our main event tonight, we are going to talk about none other than the 600-pound Philadelphia Eagle mascot, EDP 445, And in a way, we're going to talk about the rise and fall of EDP 445. Little did we know in the past, looking back now, did EDP stand for Eat That Pussy 4 plus 4 plus 5 equals 13. So he wanted to eat a 13-year-old's pussy. Very, very gross. Anyway, let's find out how EDP 445 got banned from YouTube. Before we talk about how they got banned on YouTube, I must say that my brothers are Philadelphia Eagles fans. They're diehard Philadelphia Eagles fans. So I've watched EDP's videos for so many years. Practically when I was going to high school and culinary school, I saw some of his videos. And I gotta say, I wasn't a fan. I don't know what my brother saw in it. Maybe because he was a maniac Eagles fan and he would rant and rave about the Eagles. Maybe they liked it. But this man took rant and rave to a whole nother unnecessary level. He would throw words like dick, balls, fucking unnecessary words in his YouTube channel. All these cuss words and things that aren't appropriate for a public website. There's no need to make yourself look like trailer trash on the internet. And that's one of the reasons why he got so popular and why he got so famous and why he made so much money. It's because he was acting like trailer trash on YouTube. He probably thought that people found him funny, but in reality, people were laughing at how much of an imbecile he was making of himself on YouTube by cussing up a storm over a football game, by taking videos of his shits. That's right, he would post videos of his shits on YouTube. He'd post videos of him dancing with his ass out. Very, very weird individual. So that's the background of some of the content that he posted on YouTube. This guy also had the opportunity to work for a sports radio, I think, in Philadelphia, and he fucked that up by his cussing and his acting unprofessional. So he lost that. And then eventually he would later lose his only source of income, YouTube, from his actions. Let's find that out right now. So it was in April of last year that EDP 445 was busted for talking with an underage girl. And you guessed it, the underage girl was 4 plus 4 plus 5, 13 years old. And he was caught by people who pretended to be 13 years old. So you could say he was kind of lured into it. But he talked sexually to a 13-year-old child. He sent nude photos of his burnt charcoal to a 13-year-old child. Very, very gross and very sick. And it was reported in the video where he got caught trying to solicit a 13-year-old girl for sex that he wanted to kidnap that girl. So he had sick thoughts. Not only did he want to have sex with a 13-year-old girl, but he wanted to kidnap her and do other sick things. Very, very inappropriate and very disgusting, if you ask me. Very, very gross. Now, what's so funny about it is that he made a claim that he was there to get a cupcake. Come on, really? They're going to drive 20 minutes just to get a friggin' cupcake when you can go to your nearest grocery store, Walmart, or a bakery to get a cupcake. So I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to drive 20 minutes just for a fucking cupcake when I can buy one at the store and make them at home myself. Come on, get real. You wanted to beat a 13-year-old girl for sex, and that is absolutely disgusting. He had an excuse of, oh, I'm lonely, but you've got so many subscribers on YouTube. How can you be lonely? Is it because you're 600 pounds that no one wants to be with you, so you thought a 13-year-old girl would fall for you? That is absolutely disgusting. No 13-year-old girl is going to want a 600-pound obese man. That is just disgusting. So, once he got caught by predator poachers, and that video was posted all over social media. It wasn't just YouTube, it was on Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms. EDP 445 was basically dead. His career, rest in peace, down the drain, dead. Because YouTube got wind of it. And when you've got someone that has as many subscribers as EDP did, and they have proof that he was communicating sexually with a 13-year-old girl that turned out to be what's the word I'm looking for? Not a decoy. It turned out to be a decoy. But still, the proof is in the pudding. The proof was there that he was there to do sexual acts with that 13-year-old girl, and it's just disgusting. So, I'll just say it briefly. EVP 445. He went from one of the highest Eagles fans all the way down to the pedophile Eagle fan. EDP 445 will always be known as the Philadelphia Eagle pedophile. The Eagle fan that wanted a 13-year-old girl. Very, very disgusting. And what's so funny is I found out about it through my brothers. They were watching a video of him getting caught, and I remember when I rewatched a part of him saying, "Oh, I was here for a cupcake," and I just started laughing because no stupid that sounds. Traveling 20 minutes for a cupcake. I guess he thought the decoys would buy it because he was such a fat ass. But you have to laugh at Alex Rosenberg, I think his name is, the guy that caught him, because when EDP said he wanted to climb through a window and I ducked that 13-year-old, he said, like, you'll fit. And I started laughing there. And he called it 600-pound life. My 600-pound life? So if you haven't seen the catch, definitely watch it. You'll laugh your asses off. He literally shits his pants when he gets caught. You're not going to call the cops, are you? No, why? Because you don't want to get caught trying to fucking solicit a 13-year-old girl. Very, very disgusting. So YouTube terminated EDP 445 for child endangerment. YouTube did not want him on their platform, and I don't blame them. I guess YouTube thought he literally was going to eat children. He was going to eat children and then rape them. So, EDP 445, the last YouTuber that got banned that I'm going to talk about on today's show. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. Like always, I've enjoyed keeping it real with you. So, if you enjoyed today's video and you're a new viewer, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, because I've got more awesome videos like this one coming your way. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, have a great day, and I will see you on the next episode of Keeping It Real with Alex Cardinale. Have a great night, and thank you for watching. It's Crazy Tiger Alex Cardinale, and I am hosting the Halloween 2022 Bash. I'm inviting all you scary ghosts, goblins, and monsters, to be a part of the Halloween 2022 Bash hosted by me, Crazy Tiger Alex Cardinale. On the Halloween Bash this year, there will be appearances from Chef Alex and Aqua Alex Cardinale. What cooking recipes will Chef Alex give out? What monster fish will Aqua Alex talk about on the Halloween Bash? There will also be Halloween discussion and scary stories with crazy Tiger Alex Cardinale. Crazy Tiger Alex Cardinale will also discuss his favorite cat, tigers, and tiger attacks on humans. So it's going to be a fun Halloween bash this year, filled with Halloween stories and a lot of Halloween fun. The Halloween 2022 bash airs live Halloween night, Monday, October 31st, 2022, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, only on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Happy Halloween, everybody, and I will see you Halloween night, Crazy Tiger Alex Cardinale. It's going to be great.